Hello everyone, Nerd here, and today I'll be revisiting Blastaway Newmex. I didn't plan to do this video, but due to some information I decided to come back to it. Before I start, I still like the game, and I'm not saying you have to hate the game. I just want to get some things right. So without further ado, let's get into it. This info came from a former Discord member from the Blastaway Newmex server. He posted a comment on my original video that I pinned. I'll be showing that comment and be talking about it. I will also add some things I didn't originally go over in my last video.
Hello, you may know me as Uncle Lumbago. I got involved with the game in 2018 to 2019, and I played some of No Man's Wasteland in 2016 to 2017. Most of these I do agree with, but Gasmask didn't touch on a lot of things. Like how there was a time where G-Babby raged or something and said he didn't care about the community because it was for his friends and whatnot. And that caused a lot of staff to leave, as to why the community is very close and tight-knit. And a portion that he didn't touch on the flawed part of Blastaway, such as the vague rules and lack of seasoned role players like me and others playing the game. And the bias towards WR because it is the group G gave the most attention to. The other factions only have about 1 or 2 paragraphs of lore and additional morphs. And there were 2 things Gasmask didn't touch on: the barring of people from groups such as Flamingos or Denise's group, and why Blastaway used to be No Man's Wasteland. No Man's Wasteland had a great player count then now, but not as much as ATF, only 100 people at max. But when Dennis made a video about it, the game got too much exposure and died from trolling. So it was rebooted under the name Blastaway. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk and goodbye.
I was unaware that the owner, G, had a fit. I don't really want to speak about the topic too much as I wasn't there, and when I tried asking Uncle about it, he also wasn't there. If you have any extra information, please say down below in the comments. I will admit that yes, some of the rules were pretty vague, but I still think it's better than nothing due to me comparing it to After Flash, but I did overlook this flaw. I am aware that the game has a lack of seasoned role players, but I don't think that G could really do anything to help with that, as it's a matter of who sees the game and who plays it. The faction part kind of confused me. I don't know if Uncle was trying to defend it or trying to say it was a problem, but I still think that updates should be spread equally among factions, not just a few of them. It's also why I dislike most group-based factions, because 9 out of the 10 times it will be prioritized over the game's factions. And it's why I really don't like defending group factions, because they're not really good at all. I don't think the factions need a bookload of lore like 40k, but I think that having more lore would be great, as I like deep lore for factions and kind of stuff. And I'm also aware that Dennis made a video on Blastaway, and that Flamingo also mentioned a video, but I was unable to find a Dennis video. I plan to talk about Flamingo in another video. I feel like it would be better to talk about him in another video, and I'm aware that they've made a video on Blastaway and it ended up causing them, and I know what happened. It caused the game to get flooded with trolls, and it ended up killing it. And that is also why the name has been changed. Okay, so some extra stuff I wanted to go over is the map is really big and it's hard to find players. One solution is to shorten up the map, or give some sort of meta vision to the game, or maybe even just hear me out here. Some vehicles. Like, it would be very light epic, and would fulfill the Mad Max X style the game was going for. And I mean, you already have a helicopter, so why not a car? Also, a new kind of mutant would be nice, like maybe a non-hostile race, or maybe even a custom mutant system. I think that it would allow for more creative freedom when RPing, unlike After Flash, where even the smallest thing needs permission. So, what do I think? This is a lot of info I didn't really go over, I didn't really cover in the game, but do I still like the game? Yes. I like the game despite its flaws. It's still fun to RP in, and the game has a lot of effort put into it. It was just a little unlucky when it came to the troll thing, and it could fix it a few more things, like redoing the rules and sharing love evenly among the factions. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm planning to do a video on Flamingo in the trolling community soon. I also want to give a big thanks to Uncle for giving me this information dump. And it wouldn't be possible to make this video without him. So stay safe, wash your hands, and don't loot.